Pretty cool. You can just walk around here everywhere and find relics. I mean, I know everything looks, your mind plays tricks with you, but there's relics around here everywhere. Here's another spot with a large cluster of large stones going down the hill. So do you guys think that like a stone like this is a naturally formed stone? It's symmetrical. I don't believe that this is a natural stone. But I could be wrong. Again, I was talking about large clusters of stones. This is actually on the front side of the mound. And these are set up at certain points along the whole hillside. What I'm trying to do is show you where I first started digging, but since spring came along, everything's starting to grow up. All the plants. Where is it? Somewhere over here. Hold on. Hold on, everybody. Be patient. Man. Pretty sure it was right here. Yeah, this is the spot. This is where I first started digging. It's washed away. So, like right here, by this tree. Well, maybe it's on the other side. Sorry. It's a long segment. Hold on. Okay, this is where I first started kind of digging around and looking. And first of all, I want to tell everybody that I did get permission to, look for rocks and all kinds of stuff on this property, so don't worry about that. But there was some huge stones on the surface, and it was kind of making a shape, so I kind of dug it out, and I'll show you a picture of what I found later. But I actually found a large turtle effigy. It was in several pieces put together, but I'll show you that later. But yeah, I'll show you that later. So I'm standing here with ticks on me. There's one right there. This is the center of what I am calling the ceremonial area. It's completely flat. It's an amazing spot. Even if you just want to get up here and get away. I mean, I've had a fire up here before. Kind of sat down on this rock. It's real nice against this tree. It's awesome. But this is the center. There's that mound over there. Just kind of do a 360 here as I get another tick off of me. I hate them. They're terrible. But, and just so you guys know, I did mark my territory. That's my girl, Lori. I did mark my territory. Alright. That's big. Okay, now I'm going to take you to like really awesome things that I had found. And it's back on the back side of the mound. You can see that the mound goes downhill on the back side. I'm going to tell you something else about the back side that that coincides with the top of the mound. That'll be a second. All right, so where we're going right now, it's kind of funny because I found an artifact that I cleaned up that I would like to say is kind of like a map. They carved it and it was like a mountain range, but there's no mountain ranges around here, so it really looks like the whole mound, the way it's shaped, and the other hills around it. So I kind of looked at it as kind of a map, and sure enough, when I was grinding it down and cleaning it, there were certain circles on this mountain range that to me probably indicated something important. So I started at the large mound, which was the top of that thing that was carved and followed it straight this way because that's where the circle was. And when I came straight this way, I found something awesome, I'll tell you. Alright, what I was talking about was the thing that was awesome. This is it right here. I'm kind of obsessed with this area right here, but I'll explain it in just a second. Okay, what I have here, what I've discovered is insane. When I was using that rock map, the stone map, I found this large stone just sticking out of nowhere, which this one right here, just sticking out of nowhere. It's kind of like a sore thumb, I guess that's what they say. And so I started poking around, and I saw these like spearheads. They're huge. Like, they were like 2 feet long, and I would say 6 inches wide, and they were just like, you know, buried into the side of the hill. And it was like, you know, it kind of seemed to me like it was protection. This tribe, I believe, had to live underground because this stuff's so ancient. A lot of the carvings and effigies and things that I find have dinosaurs on them. So whether you believe it or not, these people were very aware of dinosaurs. So what I found behind me as I started kind of digging around, freaking ticks, I started digging and I found a wall, and I started following that wall, and I'll kind of show you inside there in a minute. But you know, as I was digging through here, a ton of relics, a ton of like all this dirt right here, most of it, like there's little arrowheads and little carvings of animals and just cool shit. I gotta come back here and get all that stuff, but I found some really cool stuff just, you know, digging in the hole, like big stuff. But I'm gonna show you inside there. It's very, very interesting. Okay, I'm walking up to the entrance. You can see there are steps. Like, let's just step down into that one, and then I can step into this one also. But I don't know what's in there. I should have checked to see if there was an animal first. But I don't have a flashlight right now, and I don't have one on this iPad right now. But as you can see, this stone right here was where those spearheads were, and unfortunately I had to, here's one of them, I had to kind of break it just so I could get in there because I didn't want to bust my head open. But as you can see, here's the wall. Oop, I can't even see my finger. Let me get a wide view. Here's it's hard, but here's a large stone, here's another large stone, here's another large stone. It goes all the way around right here, and then this is about 3 feet deep, people, and I gotta dig further down to even, I guess, get into this entrance. But I don't know if you guys can see this at all, but there kind of is, you know, writing on these stones. But if you can see these stones, they're not they're kind of square, you know, like they're symmetrical, and they've been stacked neatly. And you know, I started digging that way, because the other way down the hill, and I discovered that that's probably not the way to go, because why would they go downhill? You know, they can get more protection deeper this way, so I started going that way, and I think this is definitely the way. There's a lot of things like blocking the entrance, whatever it is. You know, there's artifacts and all kinds of things that fall out of here, so I've just been, you know, kind of following the artifacts, and it's really kind of funny because, like, it's right here, these stones, it's blocking the entrance. I might be crazy, but I think that's blocking the entrance, and I think this goes deep into the hill. But I need help. I can't do this by myself anymore. It's so hard to dig by myself. But anyway, so that is a cool entrance to something that I've discovered with a ton of relics. And I have reason to believe that this isn't the only entrance, because these large stones are scattered all along the back side of this hill. So there might be other entrances or other dwellings. So what you guys think about that? Bam! There it is. Alright, I'm going to show you something else cool. Alright, so what I'm doing is just going down the back side of the hill, because it really truly is an amazing spot. If I was, look, there's a tick right there. Asshole. And another one. Hate them. Hate them. So, going down the hill. Oh yeah, by the way, here's another mound on the back side. Oh, I just got a spider web in my face. So, can you see the mound in the back side here? Yeah, there it is. Bam. Another mound. But anyway, I'm going down the hill. I want to show you this cool spot down in the middle. Give me a second. Okay, so here's that mound I was just at. I was talking about that, but kind of doing a panoramic view of the bottom of the back side of this hill. This area right here, it levels off, so I'm also thinking that was another ceremonial spot for this tribe. Maybe not for the important people, but for the dwellers and the workers and the warriors. But here's the back side of the hill, and I'm going to show you this spot down here in just a second. And by the way, there's more mounds over this way, and back in the back end back there is another hill that goes up, but that they actually used the top of that hill in this development to put all the junk rocks. So I'm wondering, like, what's on that other side also, because I really believe, like, this whole area right here it is where most of the colony lived. So this is pretty cool. I mean, this is the spot I was talking about. It levels off. There's definitely picturesque. But there's this little cool creek that runs around. It's really cool when it's raining, or if it's rain, because it constantly runs. But I mean, right down this creek bed, you can. There's artifacts in here. You just, like this one. I'll grind this one down, and I can almost guarantee you it's something. Everybody, I have a ton of haters that don't believe me about this stuff, and I'll talk more about that later. But alright, here's the back side of the mound, and this is, I'm standing on the leveled part in the middle of where that stream was, or the creek, and it's just a cool spot right here where, you know, they might have just hung out and did stuff. I don't know, had campfires. I don't know what they did here. But oh, also back over that way, dense forest and trees, and I haven't made it back there, but I have a feeling there's something very cool back there also. Alright, so that this is just kind of an introduction video of what I'm dealing with here personally, because nobody's